Do y'all mind if I go on a rant? I think I'm going to go on a rant today on something I experienced. Um, let's see, I guess a month or so ago. And it's about doctors. Okay. I'm just going to rant about doctors and insurance for just a quick minute, or maybe a couple minutes. And I don't want to offend any doctors. This relates to online business and entrepreneurs, but it was with a situation with doctors and insurance that got me fired up to where I want to rant today. I hope you don't mind if I rant. Recently, I don't know, a month or so ago, a family member needed to see an internist, like an internal medicine doctor or a general practice physician, a generalist. Okay. So, also, I just want to say that I know sometimes insurance controls doctors. And so that's why, this is a rant on doctors and insurance. But this family member needed to see a generalist because they were having issues with like several different physical issues. And we thought it was medicine related and like how medicines were interacting. And we could not get an appointment in for that family member to see the general practice doctor. Couldn't get access to that internist. The internist was like, no, sorry, I don't have time. Or, well, not I don't have time, but just we can't fit you in. This went on for about 8 weeks. The family member was in the hospital 3 times, I think 3 times during that phase, and still couldn't get anyone to review really holistically and comprehensively all of the medicines. Um, oh, and by the way, welcome in. I'm Tracy with Limitless Business Online. Glad you're here today for my rant. But we couldn't get anyone to review everything. And um, this family member did have appointments during that time with some specialists. So you would hope that the specialist could take the extra time to review all the medications and look at everything. But they really were only focused on their area of expertise, and that was it. Just that one portion or that one little piece. So we still couldn't get, even with every specialist, couldn't get that holistic view. And each specialist would say, oh, you need to go talk to this specialist. Oh, you need to go talk to that specialist. So still they were like referring each other back and forth to different people. It was just really frustrating. We just really wanted one doctor to review everything holistically, give like an overhead 30,000-foot view and analyze all the medicines with the symptoms to figure out the real problem and a real solution, or at least, take a guesstimate of what might be the real problem and get a real solution. And so I started thinking, what if the general practice physician, the doctor there, had offered, hey, insurance isn't going to cover this, but I will squeeze you in for a 30-minute appointment. If you want, I can squeeze you in at the end of the day for 30 minutes. Would you be willing to pay for that? And you can come in. Of course, we would have done that for just that one short visit or one 45-minute visit to just have them analyze everything, or even have them analyze everything without having to go in and see them. We would have paid separate for that because that was what we desperately wanted, was that holistic view. So if you're wondering, how does this rant, how does this rant affect your online business if you're an online business owner or an entrepreneur? Well, first of all, if you are a specialist, maybe you specialize in copywriting, maybe you are a specialist in website development or operations and strategy. I like to specialize in those areas. Maybe sometimes you do need to offer, your clients kind of a holistic view opportunity to have you look at their business holistically. Or maybe you need to have someone on lock of who you want to refer people to for that holistic view. So, like, oh, my specialty is this, but you need a generalist right now. You need someone to look at everything to really advise you in the best way. So maybe if you're an online business owner, you need to know who that specialist, or sorry, that generalist is. If you're more of a generalist and you can do all different things, as for example, when I was a virtual assistant, I could do all sorts of things, and I was a very much a generalist and still sort of am, even though I'm really focusing in on operations, which is how to make things happen, strategy, which is what you want to happen, and support, really supporting and coaching online business owners in my business. So even if you are more of a generalist, I would say let that be your superpower, because that sometimes is what's needed, a holistic view. Um, if you right now would even say that you're in a situation and you need a holistic view of your business, or you want someone to take a look at your offers from a 30,000-foot view and advise you, what's working, what would be the best route. Of course, your customers are going to be the best people to answer that particular question. But if you are in a situation where you feel some um, unease, some discomfort in your business. You sense that something's not quite right, something's not working quite right, and you're not sure what it is, but you really want to figure it out. I'd be happy to help with that. Maybe you sense that something is just kind of off in one area of your business and it's affecting other areas, and you need a second set of eyes or expertise to help sort out the real problem and the solution to that symptom that you're feeling. So, what might those symptoms be? Maybe you're noticing a lot of chaos in your business. Things are very chaotic. You're feeling like you're running all over the place all the time. Um, Maybe that's the symptom, and we need to figure out the problem specifically that's causing that symptom so that we can, give you that solution. Um, and when I say we, I mean you as the online business owner with me, possibly as a generalist. I'd be happy to provide that service. Maybe you're feeling confusion. Could your symptom be confusion and you don't know which direction you're going? You don't know what to plan for in the next quarter or for 2026. Maybe that's the symptom you're feeling. And again, that symptom has an underlying problem that can be solved, and maybe a generalist giving a holistic view of your business could give you that solution. Maybe your symptom is overwhelm, or maybe you're feeling kind of burnout and lack of motivation. These are symptoms of more underlying problems that can be solved, but sometimes you need a holistic view to figure out the best solution. So, if you feel like you need a holistic view of your business, I'd be happy to help with that. I do offer SOS sessions. I call them SOS sessions because it's strategies, it's operations, it's support in a holistic view. So, if you're feeling overwhelmed, maybe you need a system or a strategy to help you stay focused. If you are feeling burnout or confusion, maybe you need to simplify in order to get clarity in your business. And you need that holistic view in order to get that clarity, or sorry, the simplification to provide the clarification. So sometimes you don't need a specialist. Sometimes you do need a generalist. And if you feel like maybe I do. Or if this rant about doctors is resonating, then I invite you to an SOS session. You can comment SOS. You don't even have to put the dots, just put SOS. And I'll send you a link with information or where you can book a call. It's $97 for an SOS session. It's 90 minutes to get a holistic view of your business and offer suggestions and strategies to help you move out of the symptom that you're experiencing and into a solution to the underlying problem. So, I invite you to an session, $97. You can comment SOS and I'll tell you more about it. But sometimes you need a generalist, just like my family member did. They needed a generalist to review what all the specialists were doing and really give a comprehensive overview and suggestion of how to fix the symptoms that this family member was experiencing. They did finally get an overview, like a holistic view of medicines and everything. So just in case you're wondering, they did finally get that, and it came from a specialist who kind of acted like a generalist temporarily to give that holistic view and provide suggestions, which did make improvements. So, if all of this resonated, it wasn't really a rant, I guess. I was really frustrated in the moment with those doctors. And if that internist had said, "Hey, I'll make you a special offer, you can come in, $100, come in, we'll look at it together," and that's that. Oh my goodness, that could have saved 3 trips to the hospital. So, I'd love to provide that for you as well. If you want to get out of overwhelm, get out of chaos, get out of burnout, get out of confusion, let's jump on an SOS session and I'll be happy to help you out. So, there you go. That's my rant for today. Thanks for joining me at Limitless Business Online. I'm Tracy. I'll see you later.